Usually, I don't make videos about arguments against gay marriage or gay rights unless it's an argument that I've never encountered before. If an argument has already been made and refuted 1,000 times before, either by me or somebody else, I don't usually devote an entire video to addressing it. So I wouldn't usually make a video about professional boxer Manny Pacquiao, who recently said that gay people are, quote, worse than animals because animals don't engage in same-sex sexual activity. I wouldn't usually point out that homosexual behaviour has been observed in dozens, if not hundreds, of species other than humans. I wouldn't usually say that this is an example of the naturalistic fallacy, because just because something doesn't occur in other species, even though it doesn't mean that it's morally wrong. I also wouldn't usually make a video gloating about the fact that sportswear company Nike decided to terminate its endorsement deal with Manny Pacquiao after he said these disgusting things about gay people. I wouldn't usually do all that because we've heard all those arguments before. But every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, I do come across a novel anti-gay argument. An argument I've genuinely never encountered before. Lyle Shelton, the head of the Australian Christian lobby, recently said on Australian television that Australia shouldn't legalise gay marriage because that would mean it could no longer be assumed that, quote, millions of people like myself are married to women. Mr. Shelton, let me be the first person to say, "Aw, diddums. How awful for you." Now that would be a truly horrifying consequence of legalising same-sex marriage in Australia. I honestly can't think of anything worse. I mean, apart from, I don't know, not being able to marry at all. He continues, quote, "That affects me straight away. People no longer assume that I am married to a woman. I have to explain myself." You'd have to explain yourself? You poor bastard. It's almost as if society would be forcing you to have to, I don't know, come out or something. That sounds really harrowing. Wouldn't it be awful if people had to do that? If people were constantly assuming things about their sexuality that weren't necessarily true? You prick. When he was asked if what he was saying is that he's worried people might assume he's gay, which is exactly what he's fucking saying, he said people may or may not, but, quote, "Suddenly the terms of my marriage have changed." No, they have fucking not. If gay marriage was made legal in Australia tomorrow, not a thing about Lyle Shelton's marriage would change. And I don't want to be pedantic, but the word he used was terms. What exactly does that mean? Does he think he is compelled to act differently? What does he mean? That doesn't make any sense. If gay marriage was made legal in Australia tomorrow, and the day after that, Lyle Shelton said to someone, "I'm married," how does the fact that they can no longer necessarily assume that he's married to a woman change the terms of his marriage? What does that even mean? He hasn't proved anything would change. The only thing that you have proved, Mr. Shelton, is that you are, in fact, a fucking idiot. And a bigot. So in conclusion, I'd just like to say from the very bottom of my heart, fuck you, Lyle Shelton. And fuck you too, Manny Pacquiao. You are both bigots. And you are stupid. You're both stupid as well. So, toodaloo.